So for you who are watching this video and like, good God, she's getting a haircut, this is what I'm talking about.
Oh, yes!
Yes,
I hate this!
I didn't really bother styling my hair, but honestly, if you have to style your hair while you're wearing a hat, you just need a haircut.
There'll be no living with her after this.
So is this how you normally look?
Most of you know I'm a low maintenance person and my hair is becoming high maintenance. So, that's not the only thing that we're doing today. So, today's video is all about updating you guys on the plans for 2023. Now, we got 2 major trips already booked that are already on the docket. In fact, one's coming up really super quick. And that is bucket list trip
Jedi craves not these things.
going out to Tombstone, Arizona.
The last charge of Wyatt Earp and his immortals.
So, Tombstone is the first trip on the docket, and that will be in a little over 3 weeks. If you guys leave a comment on something maybe that you've had a curiosity for, since I did the Ghosts and Graveyards tour at San Diego a couple years ago, I am unabashedly super stoked to do 2 ghost tours. One is Bullets and Bordellos.
Very cosmopolitan.
The other one is Ghosts and Gunslingers. So, I'm going to be only gone for a few days, but I'm definitely
The
trying to make
Emperor
the most
does
of it.
not share your optimistic appraisal
And
of the
if for some
situation.
reason I'm not digging Tombstone, I've never really spent a lot of time in the desert. I think the most amount of time I could say I spent in the desert was going to the San Diego Safari Park, in which case I just got sucked into making a whole bunch of B-roll because I was like, cactuses! Like it's like a cactus. Don't judge me. I'd never been to the desert before, so seeing cactuses was like, oh no, gonna enjoy it, saw a roadrunner, oh my! So, there's a roadrunner. I've never seen a roadrunner. I've never seen a roadrunner. The first trip is Tombstone, so more desert, and I'm not gonna lie, at some point I probably will make some time out to go poke around the desert, hopefully not get bit by a rattlesnake or a scorpion, and then see if I can't find a tarantula that'll make me run.
Hello, beastie.
I like touching things that scare me.
No! Not good! Stop! Not good!
And so for those that have known me for a while, you will know I'm a true crime fan. I got that from my mom, and I've been told I should get this made into a t-shirt, which is, her murder porn. My mother would have forensic files on 24 hours a day, like she was going to somehow prevent the crime from happening, and she never turned it off. If it wasn't forensic files, it was NCIS. If it wasn't NCIS, it was criminal minds. So, you have seen them on the channel before, but the FBI hat that I've had and the NCIS hat that I had came from the the Crime Museum. I want to say True Crime, but that's because I'm... So, from the Crime Museum in Washington, D.C. that I went to several years ago, and that was on a road trip with the car, and went from Sheboygan down through Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, to Pennsylvania, to D.C., went to the Crime Museum, and then on the way back went to the Columbus Zoo. That trip also did include the Toledo Zoo, so there was that. Lots of photography. Didn't quite get all the animals that I wanted, but the Crime Museum was kind of like an impulse thing that I went and did. I did not get there until like 20 or 30 minutes before close, so I thought it was just going to be like, oh, well, you get to see this and you get to see this, and oh, it's OJ's Bronco. Yeah, they had to kick me out after an hour. So the FBI hat, the NCIS hat that I have, and I have a NCIS mug that I got from the True Crime Museum. So the trip that's coming end of April, of April, is kind of a group trip, and it's going to be another road trip. This one's down to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, so we can go to Alcatraz East, which is the second installment of basically the crime museum. They have stuff like Gacy's stuff. They have Bundy's VW Beetle. They have a lot of, like, for all the fact that I know there was somebody who bought all of Dahmer's stuff when they cleaned out his apartment, and it was going to go out on an auction block to support the families, and that was all destroyed. There is, like, I think, like, some stuff from, like, when he was in jail before he got killed. So if you're a true crime fan of
Law and Order every time, that's us.
Something along that lines, the Alcatraz East, which is the crime museum, is someplace that, since I had to go through the crime museum super fast, I really wanted to revisit, so I'm going down there with a bunch of friends. We're going to do Alcatraz East and probably Titanic. I went to Titanic in Orlando, and I really liked it. Boys, calm down, because I'm not doing that whole...
You know, these clothes do not flatter you at all. It should be a dress or nothing. I happen to have no dress in my cabin.
And all that. I did that once. I'm not doing it again, because I literally had to cancel some plans for Disney to go do that photo shoot on the Grand Staircase because I lost track of time in Magic Kingdom, and then went, oh, I have to go to my dinner, because...
Nice going, Airhead.
There will not be me in a dress. It's me and a bunch of friends. I know you can photograph at the crime museum. I'm almost positive you cannot photograph in Titanic because of the photosensitivity that I'm told of the artifacts. So out of respect, I'm not going to be photographing in Titanic. There's a couple of other really weird stuff in Pigeon Forge that has interested me. So that is on the docket for the end of April. Again, not animal orientated, not photography orientated. I'm sorry, bear with me.
Somehow I got the feeling that didn't help us very much.
Somewhere in probably June or July, so a couple of months off, there is going to be another trip. This one's out east, so we went out west. We did the Appalachian Mountains, Smoky Mountain area, and then we're going to go out east, and I have plans to do Salem.
It's a trap!
Being a pagan of sorts, and a natural witch, and I get there's some touristy stuff, and a lot of it's sketchy, but it just sounds like something that would be fun and amusing, and, you know, it's the real version of going to Harry Potter. So, I mean, I did Universal, and now I'm just kind of indulging.
Shut up, you twit!
Indulging. I don't suspect that I'm going to, or expect that I'm going to be having a lot of souvenirs. There was something that amused me about you could go and get a broomstick made, and it was, I think, like increments of like $45, $65, and $85 for this broomstick, and I just kind of giggled to the point where I was just like, challenge accepted, and I made a broom, and it's in my bedroom, just because I didn't want to have the temptation of like, I want a pretty broom. I'm never gonna fucking use a broom, but you know what, I now have a broom that's mounted up in my master bedroom, just so I wouldn't be tempted to buy it. But I've walked in many a New Age store and just went, oh, this is nice, oh, cute, yeah. But the historical tours sound interesting.
We're doomed.
So we'll do probably 3 or 4 days in there, kind of chill. Again, not animal orientated, but it's gonna eat up time. And then the last one, which is going to be closer to the end of the year, so September area, I'm thinking of doing San Diego again. Going out to San Diego is really rather expensive. Last time I priced it out, it was close to $1,300 to get a plane ticket and a hotel for for 7 days. That's not including parking, that's not including Ubers, that's not including admission into different arenas. And I did go a couple years ago, but understand that when I went, I had tried to do way too much in not enough time. And so I had really burned the candle at both ends. And so I had to basically shut down on the third day because it was just too much. There was a checklist of stuff that I wanted to do, and it was a little overwhelming because I really, really wanted to do things like I wanted to shoot the main wolves. I expected to see giant pandas. The main wolves were barely able to be gotten, and well, the giant pandas aren't there anymore.
Emotional damage!
Saying that San Diego Zoo has giant pandas because they don't. They don't have.
You
giant
mock my
pandas
pain.
anymore. They were on loan and had to be returned because if you know anything about giant pandas, we don't actually have any giant pandas. They're all on loan from China. So the National Zoo still has pandas. I think that there's another zoo that has pandas, that has giant pandas, but the San Diego Zoo is not one of them. Things like the I wanted to take pictures of the I. They were closed off because of COVID and worries about COVID. I had a request to take pictures of the platypus.
Emotional damage!
The platypus was in a near pitch black enclosure that was not lit up at all. It was like a dark little cave, and he was zipping around. So if you've ever done night photography, there was little to no chance of me actually getting that on camera, other than it just being a blur. Just a blur. Just a blur. It's my Donald Trump impersonation. It's just a blur. So we'll go out and do San Diego Zoo again. I did enjoy the Ghosts and Graveyards tour on there. That was the first haunted tour that I actually went on, and I had a little experience. Big Jim did drain my camera battery at the Whaley House, so it was definitely entertaining. And I'm looking forward to going to the Gaslamp Quarter and going back to Old Town and doing more than just the San Diego Zoo, but also giving myself more time to do things. Alright, so that is traveling. Hey guys, so Studio Me, that is currently working on editing this video, coming back to you. There is some post-travel editing stuff that I wanted to let you know. If for those of you that are following the channel, thank you very much. Do appreciate it. For those of you who are sharing the video, which I don't think there are many of you of, but thank you for your efforts. The vast majority of the people that are watching the videos are not subscribed. So if you're checking out this video and you're like, I'm really interested, subscribe, okay? Turn your notifications on. It is entirely possible that the algorithm is hella stupid and either turned off your notifications or doesn't have you subscribed, or that I'm not showing up in your feed. The other way that you will be more likely to get information from what I'm posting is to comment on the videos below and interact with the channel. Now that we've got the community tab open, I'm trying to use it as much as I possibly can, as annoying as that is. And the only way that that's going to bounce back and positively affect you is if you interact with the channel. And that involves interacting with the community tabs as well. So I've pretty much abandoned all hope on the Facebook page. So I'm just going to update things as they go on here on the YouTube platform and abandon all hope for Facebook because I'm not paying to play as far as Facebook is concerned. But right now, you guys interacting with the channel really is very important, because if you don't interact with the channel, what happens is that it farms these videos out to people who do not either speak English. And it's not to say that if you don't speak English that you probably have no idea what's going on. But I don't think that's my target audience, is people whose default language is not even a language I can read, let alone speak it. So the algorithm is kind of bouncing on that one. And then also people who really don't watch art videos. The algorithm's been drinking, okay. It's had a lot of tequila, and it seems to think that farming my art videos out to people who throw ropes over cows' heads is a really good idea. I don't know why. So the other thing is that in the future, I do have stuff on the docket, and if for those who have been commenting in the community tabs when I've been posting stuff, or commenting down below, yes, I am listening to you. I am working on editing a video for working with Photoshop. Okay. Matt had made a comment and his had been going off about using Krita as a photo editor. No. If you're spending $250 on lenses, and as we like to term it, glass, I'm not into the slang, Matt. If you could just call it a lens, that'd be great. Otherwise, I'm kind of wondering if you're talking about actual glasses for your face. So if you're going to buy money on filters and lenses and everything, spend the $100 and get Photoshop elements. I'll go over the pluses versus what Krita does. Krita is mostly just for drawing and animating and all that. It's an art program. It is not for photo editing. It is not for photo organization. I do have episodes that I'm going to work on to go over that. Okay. So spend the $100 and do Photoshop. I am also doing like a pointed presentation for improving your art, as far as where you can improve if you want to take your horse drawing up to a professional level, where you need to troubleshoot it, what to look for. So that is also an episode that's in the works along with the travel videos. And if you are specifically looking, since I'm going to try and post this today and I do not leave for a few days, yes, I dragged my feet on this editing process once again. But if you're looking for me to specifically shoot or photograph or capture something while I'm in Arizona, please leave a comment below. Yeah, I'm probably going to be out in the desert for at least a little while, getting some desert shots, because let's face it, this is Wisconsin and there are no cactuses in Wisconsin, and I can't guarantee I'm not going to do something dumb. Like finding a tarantula, taking a picture of a tarantula. Also, it's been brought to my attention that I need a friend while I travel. And so, hi! I may take Todd with, just because Todd may be a very interesting travel companion. Yes, I am. I'm very interesting, and a very cute, cuddly, and love you, people. Okay, he may or may not come with. I don't know. I'm debating about whether or not I want to take Pedro, because Pedro, you know, peregrine falcons do migrate down from Mexico, so I might take Pedro, but Todd's more fun, and he's really cuddly. So, get off me. So I might take Pedro, but I think I'm going to take Todd, just so I have somebody to talk to. Okay. I'm not really sure how that's going to go. But if you want me to film or look for something specifically that you want me to shoot while I'm down in Arizona, let me know in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, by all means, subscribe to the channel. I'm working on fixing the menagerie that is back there, because I've got some super hella bad feedback and echoing. And if you watch the last live stream, you'll understand. we were experiencing some technical difficulties. And somebody had to text me on my phone in order for me to understand that. Because I didn't hear it on my end that it was looping. So I don't know how all this BS is going to affect that. It definitely is. It's definitely impacting whatever the last update was in OBS is definitely affecting my ability to live stream and my ability to record in the studio. So, but I am working on a few pieces. I have a cheetah piece that I'm working on, and the wolves are over there in the closet. And this week we are working on going to Arizona. So I was debating about whether or not I was going to post a packing video because I'm not one of those people that is really super OCD about my camera gear anymore. My camera gear is almost 6 years old. Actually, it's better part of 6 years old. And it's not really worth what it was when I bought it. So I have my camera gear. In this box. This is where it gets stored when it's in the studio, and it's where it gets stored when I travel, and it's padded and it gets locked down and everything, and it goes in my suitcase. It just seems to work really good. It means it goes in my check bag, which is fine because it's heavy, and then the only thing I have to worry about carrying with me is my laptop and my carry-on, my personal life bag, and batteries. So if you want a packing video for how I'm packing my gear when I'm flying, we can do that. If you want more of a traveling video, dude, let me know and I will record stuff. Otherwise, I'm just ad-libbing right now. Really, I'm just ad-libbing. So let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, share if you're enjoying this. If not, well, I'm sorry for wasting your time. So until then, I will see you on the other end of the coast. Bye.